But the top barrier to becoming a CPA is in the survey, not the 150-hour rule. It is workload time commitments to study for the exam. That was the top challenge to becoming a CPA. So accountants are working too many hours to have time to study for the exam. That was 25% of them. That's followed by personal time commitments to study for the exam, which is 18% of them. And to me, those answers are basically the same. It's not having enough time, whether that's because of work or because of personal commitments. And I view personal commitments as generally family. Yeah. And they're related, right? Because if your work takes up so much time in your day that you don't have time for your family and you got to sacrifice time for family to study for the exam, it's the same thing as if it was
opportunity cost, right?
Right. So you add that together, and you get like 43%. That is the reason they are not becoming CPAs, is because they just don't have the time to do it because of work and family commitments. So what I disagree with this report on is that they conclude, the Illinois CPA Society concludes then, well, that is not the 150-hour rule that's the problem, because that's only like 7% of, I don't see it here on this page, but I think it's only like 7% of respondents said that was the biggest barrier for them. So it's the workload, time commitments that is the biggest one. Now, I agree that the biggest problem is the overwork in our profession. You see it on social media, you hear it from other accountants, and people say, I don't want to work those long hours. I don't want to work the double busy season, the triple busy season that accounting has turned into. I'm going to go do something that gives me a better lifestyle, right? So 100%, I agree that the 150-hour rule, the extra education, is not the top issue. But 7% is still a big number. And I think it's understated because this survey only reached current accounting students and current CPAs. So when they do these surveys, they are missing a huge group of people who heard about 150. Let's say they were accounting majors. They heard they have to do 5 years, and they said, you know what, I'm going to go do a different business major that only takes 4 years. Yeah. Those people didn't get surveyed. So all the people
in this
that
survey,
left,
they did not.
No, not in this survey. They never get surveyed.
Wait until we talk. That's not true. Wait until we talk about the NPAG results.
Oh, they surveyed the non-accounting students? Okay.
We're going to get into. I'll let you finish, and we'll get into that whole the results.
So cost of the exam, right, is only 6%. And the overall cost of obtaining the additional 30 credit hours was cited by 5% of respondents. But like, that is still meaningful, right? If you change the requirements so that you didn't require this meaningless 30 extra semester hours of education that we know adds no value, that 80% of CPA says adds no value, then it would actually make a difference. That's material, right? The cost and the time is material. So I wish they wouldn't do this, draw these conclusions, because they can't do that because they didn't survey the people who left because of it. But I do agree with the conclusion that the key to unlocking the CPA credentials appeal is overcoming time constraints, right? We've got to reduce the workloads. There's got to be more flexible work. If you don't do that, you can't be competitive. And I've got a report from the WHO that backs this up, that it's not just bad for the accounting pipeline, it's actually bad for your health to work busy season hours.